Welcome. In this video, we will study about the NumPy library and NumPy arrays, and we will perform different operations on NumPy arrays. So, we are doing this programming using Google Colab. So, you can see you can simply run this in your browser window in your mobile browser window also. You do not need to install any software for simulating a Python program. So let's start. So first program is we are creating a one dimensional numpy array. So we have imported the numpy as np and we have created the array using a equal to np dot array. So remember, this is a one dimensional array. We can print the dimensions using a dot ndim command. So the array is 1 2 3 and its dimension is 1 because the output of a dot ndim is 1. Then we can also create an array of full zeros with zeros function. So you can see we have created np.zeros3. So 3 zeros are created using this command. And these are floating point zeros because you can see after 0 there is a point. So 0 point, comma, 0 point, comma, 0 point. Similarly, we can create a full array of ones with the ones function. So am equal to np dot ones 4. This will generate 4 floating point ones. If we want to create integer ones, then we can type the data type. We can specify the data type as int. So you can see now integer ones are created in this let me run it. So you can run any cell. So you can see 4 integer ones are created. Now let us create a 2D array. So you can see if we use two brackets, it will create 2D array or two dimensional array. So we have created this two dimensional array. And now if we want to print any element, we can print using this command, print a bracket 0 comma 2. So 0 comma 2 33 will be printed. 11 is 0 comma 0, 22 is 0 comma 1, 33 is 0 comma 2. Then 44 is 1 comma 0, 55 is 1 comma 1, 66 is 1 comma 2. So we can also create 3-dimensional array by using 3 square brackets. So as you can see, I have created this 3-dimensional array using 3 square brackets. So the 3-dimensional array, if we print b dot ndim, it will give us 3 dimensions. So 11 is 0 comma 0 comma 0. Then 22 is 0 comma 0 comma 1. Then 33 is 0 comma 33 is 0 comma 1 comma 0 comma 0 comma 2. So you can see you can print in this way also. So if I print 0 comma 1 comma 1, then 55 is printed. So this 44 and 55 and 66, this is the this is using this 1. So 44 will be 0 comma 1 comma 0. In this way you can access any element. So we can use the arange function to generate numpy array with numerical sequences. So if I have used np.arange 4 comma 10, so it will create an array with numbers from 4 to 9. So 10 will not be there, it will be create from 4 to 9. So this is used to generate numerical sequences. If we using the we can also specify the interval between these sequences. So interval between 4 and 5 by default is 1, but we can specify interval also. So using this a range functions 0 comma 12 comma 3, so we have specified a interval of 3. So between all the values there will be an interval of 3. So obviously the third argument which is used to specify the interval, it can also be a floating number. So if I am taking the sequence from 0 to 6 with a gap of 0.6, so this will be printed. Now we can also use the reshape function to convert a one dimensional array to two dimensional array. So if we use the a range function 0 comma 12, so it will create all the numbers from 0 to 11. So we can also reshape it in the matrix form of 3 into 4 matrix. So you can see now it is a two dimensional array of form of the form of 3 into 4 matrix. So there are 3 rows and 4 columns. A function which is very similar to a range function is linspace. So also I would like to suggest you to do the commands with me and follow me along, and please like and share the video and subscribe the channel also. So another function which is very similar to a range is linspace. So if linspace function, it will take two arguments. First two arguments are the initial and the third value, and the third argument will define the number of elements into which we want to split this interval. So suppose if I want to split this interval 0 and 0 comma 10 into 5 values, so you can see these 5 values are created. But suppose if I want to split it into 10 values, so if I split it into 10 values, then it will create from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So you can also practice that also. Choose the third value as 10 instead of 5. So this only specifies the number of partitions also. So the aggregate functions are used to perform an operation on a set of values. So and they will produce a single result. So suppose if this is an array and we want to find the sum of all the values of this array. So this array is 3.3 comma 4.5 comma 1.2 comma 5.7 comma 0.3. We want to find the sum of all the values of this numpy array. Then we can choose the function sum. We can also find the minimum value using the min function. We can find the maximum value using the max function. So we can find mean also, and we can also find the standard deviation. So all the statistical operations also we can perform. Then if we want to do operations on numpy arrays, that also we can do. So we can sort this numpy array. So this is the numpy array, and we can sort also this using the sort function. So you can see I created a numpy array ARR 21537468, and then I use the sort function SORT. So np.sort. So it sorts the value from in increasing order. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So you can also do the matrix operation or the matrix multiplication. So I have chosen this numpy array from 0 to 9 and reshaped it into 3 into 3 matrix. Then I also created one more numpy array AY of ones. Then using the dot operator we can multiply these two matrices. So one of my matrix was 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and other was the 3 cross 3 matrix of 1, or identity matrix. So if we multiply it, then this will be the result. So we can also slicing operation we can also perform to generate a new array. So suppose if this was the my numpy array np dot a range 10 comma 16. So the numpy array was 10 11 12 13 14 15. So if we perform the slice, we want to choose from the first value to the fifth value. So obviously the index of 10 is 0, index of 11 is 1, index of 12 is 2, index of 13 is 3, index of 14 is 4, index of 15 is 5. So we have chosen from index 1 to 5. So the fifth the element with index 5 will not be there. So 11 12 13 14 are printed. Then we can also specify the interval. So if we choose the slicing as 1:5, but specify the interval as 2, so every second value will be selected. So 12 is ignored, then 13 is selected. So in this way we can perform the slicing operation. Then we can also slice the two-dimensional array. So this is my numpy array np dot a range 10 to 19, and I have reshaped it using a 3 cross 3 matrix. So if I type 0 comma colon, so it extracts the first row because I have not specified the second dimension. Then colon comma 0 will extract the first column. Then if I type 0 colon 3 comma 0 colon 1, so it will extract the 3 rows and the first column, because I have typed 0:3 and 0:1. So 3 rows, because it is typed from 0:3 and 0:1, so 1 column. So in this way the slicing can be performed. So this was the first part of the numpy array operation, numpy array library. In the next part we will look at the more operations on the numpy arrays. So this was the part 1.